Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on the Ridge, we are once again working on our off-grid solar project, and we've got one more thing to do before our rough-in inspection. Woo, what is it? Let's go find out. If we come in the power shed and you see my 200 amp panel here with all these wires hanging out, you might think, Tim, you got to wire that up before your rough-in inspection. Well, no, I don't have to put the breakers in and terminate everything in there. Just have to have the ground system set up, which I've got ground system set up for every one of the devices throughout our system. What I do not have done are these 6, count them 6 1-aught battery cables, right? These 6 1-aught battery cables aren't for the batteries directly. They are for the battery bus. That's 600 amp bus right there. You can see the battery cables. Those run over to the batteries themselves. But if we look up, we've got our inverters, and we do not have any of the battery cables connected to them. So we got 1-aught cables, black and red for each inverter, and each will run down to our 600 amp bus work. And what we've got to do today is install bushings, because this is some pretty big cable going through 1/2 inch conduit. We'll get the bushings on there. We're not going to torque everything down just yet. You know, we'll wait for the rough-in inspections done in case I have to change anything, and then we'll do final torque checks right before the commissioning, powering everything up. So without further ado, let's start opening things up, running cables. Only got one screw each of these covers here. These exposed. You can see where our battery connections are. One here too. Guys, this is the last big job in here. Yeah! Hit me in the head! I gotta find that screw. I'll find it in a second. Luckily, they give extra of those screws because they are a pain. I wish they'd use little wing nuts, but these screws are a pain. There we go. Let's get that out of there. Come on now. Get in there. There we go. I don't know. Oh, there it is. All right. So this. All right, that in there. We're going to run them through here. All right, first thing I got to do is all the battery breakers are off. I've got 200 amp breakers right here. They are off. And I do have solar wires connected. And right now, if I went out and shut the disconnect, I could have solar going in here. The disconnects are open. No voltage coming in here. Battery breakers off. We should be good. So now I can start putting our bushings on. I almost forgot to mention, besides getting our battery connections through our 1/2 inch conduit down through the trough and down to our 600 amp bus, positive and negative, we've also got to get our Chargeverter battery cables, the red and black there. We got to run them up through this bushing right here, and then we'll pair down through one of these bushings, probably that bushing, and go to the bus work as well. That's how we'll charge. If there's never not enough sun, or if I have inverter issues, I can charge off the 100 amp Chargeverter from a generator. I am not going to have conduit between these panels. It's not required for 48 volt battery cables, but I do have bushings in there. So that should take care of that. And we are going to run positive, negative through each hole, positive, negative, positive, negative. So I've got 3 inverters and a Chargeverter, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. So that should be safe enough for that. I had lots of comments on running positive separate from negative, so hopefully that's resolved all that. All right, these are 1/2 inch PVC bushings. Don't need grounded bushings for this DC here. And I do have, this is metal line seal tight. I do have the insulators on the inside, so these don't need bushings because they've got insulators built into them. This one technically doesn't need the bushing, but because it's 1-aught, going through 1/2 inch conduit, it's kind of a gray area. Some people say, you gotta have it. Some people say, it's got an insulated bushing in it, you don't need it. Well, I went ahead and did it anyway, not a big deal. And usually you've probably seen, once you guys tell me something, and it's possible for me to remedy it. I try to go back and do that. It's I mean, why not? If you guys have been doing this, you know, some of this stuff, you know, longer than I have, so and I appreciate all the feedback. Let me get to these down here now. Now it's just like I use pigtails on the receptacles. Just all kinds of, you know, putting the GFCI in. You said, Tim, I know, you know, it's a shed. You said you didn't want a GFCI, but it is required in a shed. So I went ahead and pulled out and made GFCI everywhere. I really do. I try to listen to you guys. I'm from industry, and in industry we do things a little bit differently. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's different. So, all right, let's move down to this last one. If you're hearing a lot more echo in here than you normally hear, it's because I got that door closed. It's like 85 degrees and 100% humidity outside. I got the mini split going in here. So this is only a 7x11 room, and it gets very echoey. So I'll try not to yell too loud. Let's get these on. Then, now the cables I got them from Signature Solar. Right, all my EG4 equipment and a lot of my cables, Chargeverter, a lot of stuff comes from Signature Solar, EG4 especially. So they're all the same length. That's one thing. You want all your battery cables, positive and negative, to all be the same length. So the ones going to the 2 server racks, those are the same length. The ones from the inverters to the bus bars are the same length. Now, they're not the same length as the one for the batteries, because that doesn't matter, but it's to a connecting point. So I wouldn't want the positive and negative to be 2 different links, right? That makes sense. If you don't understand that, we can talk about that at a later date. So I will have some slack in here for these big 1/0 cables, especially for number 2, because the bus bars are right under it. We'll pretty them all up. Again, I'm gonna get all the DC in the front. I made sure I ran all my AC already. And once we're done, we'll create a wall of separation between AC and DC. As long as everything in here is rated for 600 volts, or I'm sorry, as long as it's rated for the highest voltage in here, which will be just below 400 volts, which is the solar itself. The PV is the highest voltage in here. 240 volts for the AC, and below 400 volts. It can go as 460 volts on these inverters. I don't think my 10 panels wired in series will get quite to that, even in the coldest weather. So, all right, let's start running some cables. Went ahead and labeled all of my battery cables. I was low on 1s and 2s, right? 3s I got taken care of. On the 1s, I've got 1 and 11. So 11's a 1, and here on the 2s, I've got 2 and 22. I won't get. Better in fact, I got 22 on both ends, 2 on both ends. So I didn't mix 2 and 22. That would kind of mess up my OCD too. And you know this enough is messing up my OCD, right? All right, so these are AC cables here. So I want to go in front of the AC cables. Go ahead and put the positives on the left, so straight up. Put it on the terminal. I'll go ahead and put a nut on there. Battery breaker is off, guys. Don't worry about me getting shocked or creating any arcs or sparks or fires or explosions or anything. I verified the battery breaker's off here, and for the 600 amp bus down there, it's already wired to the LLS server rack batteries behind me. Each cable set, right, has current protection. So every battery has a breaker output, right, and then goes to the bus, and then all the big cables. So every cable is rated for at least the current protection it has feeding it. So no issues. No issues. Nothing could ever have more current than a cable can handle. 200 amp breaker here, and we got, I forgot what the breakers are over there. 100 amp breaker, I don't know, guys. You're gonna make me look, aren't you? They are, I can't even read that right now. 135 amp breakers, something like that in the battery. Every battery is 135 amp breaker. So every cable can handle, there's no way anything could happen and all the breakers are tripped. So we're good. All right, so push, get on this side, push number 2 up in here. Get up, get on. There we go. With the bolt or nut. Twist this just a little bit. There we go. I'll make sure that it pushes on there. There we are. Just get it started. All right, so we're in front of the AC. And so I'm gonna have Chargeverter and then number 1, number 2, number 3 in the whole sets here. So I'm gonna go, let's see. We'll probably go right here. We'll keep the PV in the front, then the DC for the batteries, and the AC. That's what we're gonna do. So let me go ahead, that's AC. Push these straight down into the 600 amp bus below. Push these behind here. Luckily this battery cable is so flexible. I love it. That looks good. Oh my gosh, so let's pull this up a little bit. That looks great. So let's move on down to number 1. Push these AC cables back. All right, number 11. And number 1. Up in there, right next to it. Boom, boom. Nut. And I'm just going to start the nuts. Hey, come on. There we go. And torque, everything be torqued down at the end. I don't want to torque some stuff and not other stuff because you will forget. And I will create a checklist. Tim's going to have a list. Tim always has a list. All right, so these need to run down here to the second one. Straight down, Tim, straight down. And there we go. So, in front of the AC and behind the DC, behind the PV. There we go. Perfect. Number 3. Positive. Negative. These got to be the easiest cables I've ran. This flexible battery cable. It's like welding rod. It is really easy to work with. Some of that big THHN I used before was very gauge and hard to move, hard to mess around with. Get that on there. All right, so same thing in front of the AC. And this one's going to go down right there, straight down. Get in my belly. There we go. We're in. All right. Guess we're going to leave enough to play with. Push these over there. Whew. I like it. Last but not least, the Chargeverter cables. And these are much smaller. I don't think these are 1-aught. Definitely not, because those are 1-aught. Well, I don't know if I can see if I can read it. These are 4 gauge. So they come with 4 gauge. Now it's supposed to be 100 amps DC, right? That's 100 amps at 48 volts. And these 4 gauge are supposed to be able to take it. These are the cables that came with it. So don't say, Tim, you got too small of cables for 100 amps at 48 volts. This is what the manufacturer gave, and if it is too small, now I've heard people say that they've had issues. They've had issues with these EG4 supplying too small ones, and they're burning the stuff up. I hope not. I hope not. So let me get these through here. All the way. See what this looks like. Yep, I gotta get it straightened up. Flip the side. Flip the script, Tim. Flip the script. There we go. Okay, straight up. I want everything to look amazing. All right, these are going in the number right here, the front. All right. Again, and I will loop these back like my number one. There we go. And that looks amazing. All right, so let me get it. I'll start getting the terminals, start getting the lugs on the 600 amp bus, and then we'll start pulling all the slack back and zip tying everything, see how it looks. Start off with the Chargeverter Plus, easiest one to work with. Get it put right in there. Again, I'm just going to get it started. I'll use my impact driver just to seat them. I'm not going to torque them down with it. All right, so there's one. And this one will run behind the bus and over. There we go. To, again, same spot on this side. Trying to get everything balanced and looking good, looking good. All right, so there's Chargeverter. So Chargeverter positive, Chargeverter negative. All right, so number one. That's number one. We can go above and put it right here. Oh, don't drop it, Tim. Don't drop it. All right, let's see if I can get it up and behind. And do I want to go in front of that one or behind it? I think I'll stay in front. I think I'll stay in front. I can always adjust it if I need to. So I'll pull this over just a little bit. There we go. All right, so that looks good right there. Okay, there we go. One, dun, dun. And so we need number one on this side. So I'm gonna go right there. Slide it up a little bit. Trying to get everything balanced. Go to the same spot. I'm gonna get twisted a little bit. There we go. Again, I will pretty everything up. Ugh. Come on, twist. There we go. Cross thread, Tim. There we go. All right, so there's one. Now we got to get two. A two. So two will come through here. I'm going to do two right there at the bottom. Come on. Twist it around. It's going to look like a spider web in here, isn't it? But I'll try to make it all look good. 600 amps can go through this maximum. Now I won't be running my system at 600 amps, but I'll be running at 400 amps. Well, maybe not even, because it's going to be a slow charge, fairly slow charge. I'll keep them charged and slow discharge. I can if I ever deplete them, like on a really wintry day. But all right, so and I can move this stuff up out of the way. That was two. Oh, I need two on this side. Where's two at? Two is this one. All right, I'm gonna come up behind and around. Let's see here. Push this right up into there. There we go. All right. Don't put those in front of or behind. Let's see. I'm gonna bring the red behind and the black in front of. I do believe so. Twist this. Just gotta get it to turn. There we go. Don't drop it, Tim. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You're so close. You are so close. There we go. Hope y'all can see this. I'm not blocking it. Oh, I dropped it. I said I would, didn't I? I said I would. Not in the hole. It's 2/0 or 1/0, so pretty. The black seems heavier than the red. I don't know why that is, but all right. So that's two over there. Now 3 positive. I'm going to run this behind here. Pull it through. There we go. And this one, I'm just going to run it behind these black right there. There we go. Into this one. Alrighty. Oh, this one's a lot easier. Oops, slide it right in there. I like it. I like it when a plan comes together. Now I may have to rearrange some of these once I get it all together. Like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like having that blocked. Like I might put this red behind these whites. I think I will do that. This black is gonna go right here. So I can push those back there behind that. Right there. Okay, so that's gonna look good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move that red behind those blacks. And that's about it, really. I think I'm liking everything else I see. Get in the hole. Get started. All right. Yes, let's go ahead and this is loose now. Let me go ahead and run that behind there so I'll be a happy camper. You know, Tim wants to be a happy camper. There we go. All right, so what did I want to do? I want to run it, behind. I want to run it behind these right here. Behind here, like that. There we go. Now, run this over here. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. A lot better. Perfect. Of course, I drop it. There we go. Last one, guys. Oh, technically the other one over there was the last one. This is redoing one. I'll tell you one thing that's going to mess me up is having some of these numbers upside down. Depending on which side you put the cable on. It's like 1, upside down 11. 2, 22, upside down 3. 1, 1, 2, upside down 2, upside down 3. You know that's going to mess me up. But look at that, guys. Don't that actually looks pretty good, I think. Get all that. I really like that. Let's torque these down just a little bit. Again, just a little bit. 13 millimeter. I will come back and torque them to the specification in the manual. Just want to get them on there good. All right. Same thing over here with a 14 millimeter. Let's see, keep it straight. Keep it straight. All right, number 3 here, keep it. And that one's already done. That looks good. Come over here. Ooh, this one's kind of twisted. I might have to pull this one up just a little bit. There we go. Pull it up. Come on. Up just a little hair right there. There we go. All right, Chargeverter, get it straight. And number 3 looks like it's already pretty straight. And number 2. And that's it, guys. Woo, come in a little closer. I'll show you what it looks like. here's the positive side. We can see our grounds connecting the top left. Connect the two cabinets together. Everything looks pretty balanced on the bus bar. Nothing's bound up or pinching or anything. I will vacuum the bottom of this out when we get done. Clean up all the metal fines, anything that's hiding in there. Nothing looks like it's too bent under stress. That should be about the right angle. Got our ground at the top right on that one. I'm pretty happy. We have our, goes through our bushings right there. We can see our grounds. Tell me what you think, what you really think. Leave a comment down below. Let's get some zip ties. Make everything purty. Purty. All right. I'll go ahead and get the zip ties on. Then I'll use my whole twist and pinch, twist and pull method to take them off. Not snipping them anymore. I learned my lesson, guys. I learned my lesson. Let me make sure I get each of these. Again, right now I'm just bundling battery cables. Okay, so I've got solar cables that are all batteried. I got I got solar cables that are all zip tied together. I've got AC cables that are all zip tied together, and then the battery cables will be all zip tied together. Keeping them all separate. That way, it's much well safer for one thing to have the cables of like uses bundled together and not interfering with everything else. I'm also making sure that I don't put anything at too tight of an angle. I could bend these battery cables over and make them look a little bit better, but there's only a certain amount you can bend them batteries, and they will start to have issues. All right, so make sure, get under there, get in my belly. Ooh, that one's gonna be small and tight. Oh yeah, that looks so good, so good. I'm so happy. Let's see. Oh, I got the top ones here, don't I? I got to do these too. I'm gonna pull these out just for a second. Pull them out just for a second. And actually, red has to go on the front. Red on the front. Again, this is the last thing I gotta do before calling my inspector and have him come out and do the rough-in inspection. Basically, rough-in inspection is just making sure everything is done in the walls and conduit as it's supposed to be. You're not running anything where it's not supposed to be, and then you'll do your final terminations and then come out for a final inspection before you power it up. That's the plan. All right, so I need to get one of these right here. Right there. Yep, right there. Oop, flip it over. There we go. All right, so that looks good right there. Let me go ahead and twist and pull these off before we move down to the other one. I'll move you guys around a little bit. That one's off. Oh man, this is looking good. Good. Alright. Pull it tight. There we go. And I think this is the last one right here. All right, let's push this back up under there. AC to the back, DC to the front. All right, let me flip you around. We'll get this in. Good. These big batteries right here, battery cables. Let's see, I'll make sure I pull it down enough. I'll go ahead and get these right here. Let's see, is the red supposed to be in the front? It is, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's good right there. Always want to, you don't want any crisscross applesauce when you don't need it, right? And so I need to pull the black down. Actually, let me start down here. That way everything looks best coming out of this box. That's what I'm thinking. So red, yeah, red on this side. Oh yeah, But there's no loops or bubbles or anything sticking out. Okay. All right, got these battery, got the Chargeverter cables. I'll do just like this. Get all these zip tied together. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do red outside. Bundle. Okay, looking good. Right here. Right before the black one curves. I don't want to, again, get it at too much of an angle. And then we got the red one right here. There we go. All right, let me get these twisted off. And this is, besides the communication cables, there's no more cables going in here, guys. So it's not going to be filled with anything else besides communication cables, which are Cat 6 communication. Everything else is already here and done. All right, so that looks good right there. Get these back up under there. Oh my gosh. I am excited. Whew, I like it. That's what I'm talking about right there. That looks pretty. It don't take much to make me happy, guys. It really doesn't take much to make me happy. Just a nice clean panel. And that's all it takes. All right, I'm gonna button these up and we'll call this one a wrap. Well, hopefully you enjoyed watching us wire up our EG4 6000 XP and EG4 LLS 600 amp DC bus. Those 1-aught cables, much easier to work with than those 2-aught cables I was using before, or that big number 6 THHN for the inverter's AC. That, even though they're so much smaller, they're just a lot more rigid to work with, trying to push them through conduit and all that. Well, guys, that was the last thing I needed to get done before calling the electrical inspector and say, please come out and give me my rough-in inspection. Fingers crossed he doesn't find any issues, gives me the thumbs up. And if he does find some things, I'll fix them as I can. And so after once we do get the thumbs up, then I just have to get all the breakers in and get all this wired up. And I got to run some communication cables, and then we'll be able to call him back and say, please give us our final inspection. And then once the final inspection is done, power it up, commission, get it on Ethernet, monitor our power. Ooh, big power. Ooh, Get the ridge crib on solar and get rid of all them temporary wires out there on the solar panels. That's what I want. I want it to be clean as a whistle. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. We are this close, guys, this close. So if you didn't enjoy it, give it a big old thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Always 100% free. Hit that notification bell right down there to be notified anytime a new video comes out. Don't forget, I am a Signature Solar affiliate. I'm not a paid sponsor, affiliate. So if you click on the link down below for Signature Solar, you can save $50 on something you buy from them with my Ridge Life code that's in the description. Again, no extra cost to you. I may get a little affiliate reimbursement. So again, not a paid sponsorship. So guys, love every single one of you. Until next time, have a blessed day and go Ridge Life. Woo!